Good morning. Welcome to Live at 7:55 for this Friday, March 2nd. Thanks so much for joining us here. Greatly appreciate your viewership and being a part of the show. Good morning, Casey Keller. Hope all is well down your neck of the woods, sir. And you got a new baby on the way. That's awesome. Awesome. So many great things are going on. We got Mobile Beat Las Vegas coming up and literally just over a week away. Many disc jockeys and photo booth operators are going to be converging on Las Vegas for the Mobile Beat show as well as the Photo Booth Expo show. We have 1 month to go. 1 month to go for Casey for his baby. And now in about just, about a month and a half is what it looks like right now. A month and a half is going to be the Midwest DJs live show. Good morning, Mike Walter. Good evening, Serge. Good morning, Chris Johnson. Riley, thanks for being here. Greatly appreciate your viewership as well. Like a train down the tracks, we just keep on rolling, says Tom Heath. So what do you want to talk about this morning? This is your open format show to be able to chat about whatever you want to talk about this morning. Anything specifically, burning questions. I know I'm looking forward to PhDJ workshop coming up at Mobile Beat Las Vegas, happening on Thursday afternoon and then all day Friday. They have a special guest this year, which is Jeremy Jones, who just passed the bar exam. Jeremy's been well known for his advice in law for disc jockeys and event pros for several years now. And it's cool to have that addition to the PhDJ workshop upcoming. And I'm very much looking forward to that. My first time attending PhDJ. Good morning, Kayleen. Alton, just no. Midwest DJs Live also has kind of a big announcement coming up. We're very excited to have a great guest speaker. Mike Walter, I haven't passed a bar in years. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Riley Weiler, dropping prices for nonprofit events and community builders. Great question. I just did a wedding, not a wedding. I just did an event literally on Friday. Saturday last weekend. Saturday last weekend for free. I believe in giving back. And I think in your business plan, you should have a certain percentage, if you will, of monies or events or whatever you deem that to be for your business plan. Again, you make the call. It's your business. What you decide to do from a standpoint of giving back. It could be free. It could be a discount. It could be whatever you decide it to be. But you should have it. You're part of a community. You're part of a town, a city. And what can you do to give back to those that help you? In this case, for me, it was a past bride's family. So it was really a no-brainer to help out as much as we could on this. I had the weekend open. It just made sense. So let's see, good or bad, how to handle a sale like that. I think strictly, Riley, it's just a conversation, honestly. Just because they are, nonprofit events, you have the gear and talent, donate your service, Mike says, which is exactly what I did to some causes you believe in. Absolutely. In this case, it was fighting cancer for me, and that's what, obviously I have, my wife lost her grandfather to it. I have a very close friend of mine going through it right now. And so for me, it was just a very easy thing to do to say, yes, no problem. I'm in. Whatever you need, let's make it happen. So how to handle that, I think it's just a conversation. Every nonprofit is different. Some fundraisers, for example, I charge for because they have a budget for the event. So find out. Or maybe you can go out and get a sponsor for your services for their event. And they, of course, the sponsor can be advertised in the program and by you on the microphone and those kind of things. So, make it a win-win-win. Make it a win for you. You still get paid if you want to do certain events where you still get paid for situations like that for fundraisers. And make it a win for the sponsor. They get advertising promotion at the event in front of that audience, and make it a win for the organizer. They don't have to pay you up front. So try to find a win-win-win whenever you can. We had another question here pop up. Jim Collins, when presenting an itinerary with a couple during the sales meeting, I'm finding many couples think the day of the coordinator handles that. It's challenging them to understand how much we do. Some don't see the value. So again, have the conversation. Find out specifically what is the day of event coordinator doing. Are they creating a full-on timeline? Are they meeting with the bride and groom in advance? In most cases, a day of event coordinator is not meeting with the bride and groom very often in advance. Good morning, Woody. So I think it's just a conversation, Jim, around who's doing what. Be of service. And this is something I've had a conversation around a few times now, but be of service and collaborate with the day event coordinator to make sure in advance you're all on the same team. I mean, we're all trying to help the couple have the amazing night that they envision. That's what we're all doing. And so you have to just make sure you're all on the same team. Yes, personalities comes into play, and Vicki would chat about that and have a conversation around that for butting heads and that kind of thing. And certain personalities don't get along well with others all the time, and those kind of things. But I think it's just important to lead with your heart. That's what I would encourage you to do. And there's more I can chat about that in the future. I think we've all been there, Alton, at some point in time. Let's see. Yeah. That's a great question, Tom. Who's in charge? Who is the point person? Who is taking responsibility for the success of your event? If that's the day event coordinator, okay. And you're okay with that, then okay. That's a conversation. But again, you have to have the conversation. Any other questions we want to hit this morning? We're going a little long, but I don't care. We'll do another question. Someone's got something else they want to chat about this morning. Hit up, have a conversation around. Awesome, Wes. That's cool. That's so cool. Wes is doing one of his free events tomorrow as a donation for his church. I think that's so important for us to give back, and many people don't talk about that. It's like refunds. If something gets screwed up, the dirty little secret of our industry, if you will, they happen. They shouldn't happen often, but we're only human too. A florist is only human. Event planner is only human. You can't tell me that an event pro existing several years in business has not had a screw up at some point. We all have at some point. How do you start a business plan? So one of probably the best advice for me that I got was to go to Michigan Small Business. I think it was mismallbusiness.gov. But there's a small business administration typically in most every single state. So I would encourage you to go there first, even go to your Chamber of Commerce. They may be able to help you with resources for your state in regards to what to set up for a business plan. There are many different free business plan templates as well online. But again, you have to decide what specifically you want your numbers to be. What do you want your profit to be? What do you want your salary to be? What are your expenses going to be for startup expenses? What are your advertising budgets going to be? What can you forecast for that? How many events do you want to do a year? What can you extrapolate out for what that's going to cost you? Look at your closing percentage. So that obviously some of these things you don't have if you're a startup business, but if you've been in business for a little bit and now you're figuring out, okay, how do I pull this all together? Which is what I did a few years back. How do I pull this all together? Which is fine. Again, we all started somewhere. And if you succeeded in business for any length of time without a business plan, you must be doing at least something right. Because obviously statistics show that many businesses will actually fold in the first 3 to 5 years or whatever it is, 1 to 3 years, I think is statistics, something like that, where they fold, because they don't have the startup capital or don't have the means or don't have the vision. So that'd be the place I'd start. Profit first. Yes, profit first is a great thing as well that I would strongly recommend. Profithood.academy. Jason Spencer is my coach for Profit First, and I know Mike has actually benefited as well. Mike Walter has benefited as well from Profit First. We've had conversations about that. My mom joined us. Good morning, Mom. What local community organization do you belong to that you find is most helpful to growing your business? I would say my chamber is probably the best. I think just get involved, period. I've been a part of Delta Force, which is a local community leadership development organization through our chamber. And I'm actually one of the adjudicators for Delta Force for the communication track coming up in September every year. And so it's a great way to get involved in the community. Any way you can, I think, is important. Toastmasters for me has also been very beneficial over the years for various reasons, both on the mic and off the mic. All right, so that's I think it's going to be it for today. Thanks so much for watching live at 7:55. If you have an event this weekend, go rock your event this weekend. I actually am going to have a benefit of, no, you cannot nickname me 10K. That's a joke. It seriously was a laughing statement. No. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. But if you have an event this weekend, go rock it. I actually get the chance to watch one of the best piano players, probably not one of the best piano player I have ever seen live. Look him up if you get a chance. His name is Vince Strong. His brand is Vince Strong Music. And ironically enough, Vince is coming to play at our local Terrace Bay Hotel this weekend. And so I'm looking forward to hanging with Vince a little bit, watching him play and saying he's amazing. So that's my plans for this weekend. Have a weekend off, hang with the wife and some friends, and have some fun. If you saw my daughter's post, if you don't mind, the post I made about my daughter, please, I don't mind. Please, I would love it, I should say, if you go and vote for her. You can vote once a day. If you vote for her, I'd greatly appreciate it. The school is trying to win some money for their school, and right now they're in second place, so they definitely could use your vote if you don't mind. Thanks so much for watching live at 7:55. Go rock your weekend. We'll see you back on Monday for your daily motivational kickstart. That is live at 7:55. See you tomorrow, or see you Monday. Bye.